Before I get into the book, I wanted just to go over kind of what inspired me to write a children's book. Initially, it was not that I, just woke up one day and decided, hey, I want to write a threat intelligence children's book. What happened was my son went to a scholastic fair at his school, and he came home with a book by Adam Rex, and it's called The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors. And it's this really cute illustrated book, and there's like a rock character, a scissors character, and and they go to battle with each other. And I kept thinking to myself while I was reading it to my kids, this would be amazing if it was like a cybersecurity themed. And then I just couldn't stop focusing on it and thinking about it. And so the next day I just wrote it all out. And I mean, the rest was history. But initially it was just on a whim. I thought it would be really cool. I thought it would be cool to read it to my kids, because my kids really enjoy learning about what I do. But when I actually decided, okay, like this is a finished manuscript, like I want to get an illustrator, I want to publish it, I started doing all this research and saw that there was this huge gap in the field specifically for children's books for technology and introducing kids into technology. There are a couple, but there's not a whole lot, and there's not a lot of diversity. And so that just motivated me to publish it even faster. However, I found it was very difficult to try to get a publisher, and there were so many things that I had to go through. So I ended up just starting my own. I formed my own business, my own publishing company, so that I could quickly publish it on my own. I hired an illustrator who is amazing. Her name is Taranya Kalamegam, and she has some of her own books as well that she has authored. And I published the book. And initially it was more, like I said, for me and my family. It wasn't so much for the community, although, I mean, obviously I want to share it with everyone. But after I published it, I didn't expect the feedback that I got. It was just really wonderful feedback from everyone in the community, and people saying, people who are not even in threat intelligence, people who are just in cybersecurity, can relate to the book. And they've told me, like, I've been trying to explain to my family what I do and how I do it in a digestible manner. And this is perfect, and it helps me do that. So it's really nice that other people outside of threat intelligence can actually relate to the book and get a lot from the book. So that's a little bit about the book. It is going to be a series, so there are going to be more. And now that I have my own publishing company, I can actually publish other series as well. I can publish other authors in STEM. I want to specifically stay in STEM education for children. But I'm excited that not only can I have a say in, like, or I can have a voice, I guess I should say, for not only women, but also for the technology field in STEM education, because there is a huge gap. So I'm going to read some of my book. I'm not going to read all of it, because I do want you guys to be able to pick it up. And I'll let you know after where to find it and where to find other resources. So the book is called The Mighty Threat Intelligence Warrior, and I'll let you take a peek at the cover. So I'm going to do my best to let you guys see the pictures. Deep in the cyber forest on top of Security Hill, there is a big castle. This was the home of the mighty warrior. Her office has lots of neon lights, screens, cords, and so many buttons to push. And she says, "More buttons," because you can never have enough buttons in your office. Every morning, she prepares for battle by putting on her armor and grabbing her sword. Before she marches off, she reads the news and watches for new threats lurking in the kingdom. Some days, she needs to go on secret missions to faraway lands. To hide her identity, she wears a special cloak when she visits scary places. So let me see. That's her reading the news. And there's her with her sidekick wearing her special cloak. Inside her castle, the mighty warrior has an enormous library where she keeps lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of books about different dragons and enemies in the kingdom. After every battle, the mighty warrior looks for clues the enemies leave behind. This helps her figure out how to prevent a similar attack from happening again in the kingdom. Sometimes people in the kingdom ask the mighty warrior for help when something bad or suspicious happens. Once a farm village was attacked by a big blue dragon from the north. And the cutest little dragon. The dragon broke the fence at the edge of the village and stole the tools from all the farmers. Without their tools, the farmers could not continue working in their fields. If they stopped working, they would not have enough food for winter. This was a big problem. Mighty Warrior quickly traveled to the village to see how she could help. But if you want to know what happened, you're going to have to pick up the book because it's a really great story. But I did want to share, seeing as we are at UniCon, there is a character in the book that is inspired by Bryson Bort and Liz, from Lawyer Liz, and I'm forgetting her last name. Sorry, Liz. I always know you as Lawyer Liz. I will let you guys see that page. So just for context, the mighty warrior reaches out to a young villager and asks her to look out for anything suspicious in the village. And the little girl says, like a purple unicorn eating cupcakes while riding a bicycle. And it turns out the unicorn is just a baker and she just loves cupcakes. But there is a character specifically inspired by Bryson and Liz, because they did have a big part of my life in 2020 and 2021 with GrimCon and just all of the kindness that they've shown me and others in the community. So I wanted to represent that in my book. So if you would like to pick up a copy of the book, it is available on Amazon. I do have free coloring pages that you can print out with characters from the book on my blog at threathuntergirl.com. And then I also have a sticker store on Redbubble that has different characters from the book. If you go to my Twitter page, which is threathuntergirl without the I, you could see I have it pinned in a tweet, all of the links. And then also if you go to my blog, I have everything, all the links available as well if you just go to children's book. So that is my book. And look out for the sequel that should be coming out probably next year. And the amazing illustrator, once again, her name is Charanya Kalamegam, is amazing. She actually signed on to do the sequel as well.
Fantastic. All right, I've got a couple of quick comments, Nicole. First off, who doesn't like cupcakes? Just everyone. So you want it there. You have stickers. What kid doesn't want stickers? And I have the book in my Amazon cart already, and I know our nieces will be printing off those coloring pages, and now you forced me to go buy stickers as well. Okay, so I mean, I feel like a lot of money's flowing out today, and I hope everybody out there is doing the same. I mean this sincerely, we need more of this. Congratulations on first, just an amazing idea. but the real hard part, especially coming from somebody like myself who doesn't like to write anything, I just like, talking, is literally putting that idea and making it happen and in creating what you did and getting it out, let alone doing it with your own publishing company to just cut through the proverbial red tape of an industry that we could get into a whole thing there is its own deal in and of itself, right? So the
Mhm.
fact that you can do that, you can get it out on a platform like Amazon and literally start selling globally is great. And I mean, I'll just finally say there's a couple hundred people on here. Word of mouth is the best tool ever. This is something that we need, especially for our kids. And so thank you for sharing it with us. Thank you for reading it. And thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.